who will die. In this video, I will do something super brave. I am going to predict who will die in Teen Wolf Season 6, the final season of Teen Wolf. My predictions always come true. Actually, they don't always come true, but I think it's fun to try to find out. So I'm gonna go through each character and I'm gonna put them into the death or no death column. Without further ado, let's go. Scott McCall. Now, if you've watched my video on Scott's journey, I actually tell you already that I think he's gonna make it at the end of this series. If you haven't watched the video, I'll put the link in the description below. But basically, spoiler alert, he gonna make it. He gonna make it. Stiles. Well, in my opinion, Stiles and Scott actually share a similar journey, but Scott's journey is rooted in the supernatural, while Stiles' journey to become a hero is rooted in the real world. So although in this season, Stiles is going to go through a lot of turmoil, I do believe he is gonna come out at the other end of it as a hero based in the real world without powers, just something maybe in law enforcement or something along those lines. So I do think Stiles will make it. Lydia Martin, she's really the most powerful supernatural being in Beacon Hills. And one of the things that Lydia has always been struggling with was controlling her supernatural abilities. And she's gotten better at it, but she's not quite fully in control of it. So I do think this season is gonna be all about her getting in touch with her inner self and controlling that, getting better with that power. And in the end, I think the series will be all about her coming out in full control of herself, which would be truly wasted if she ended up dying after this. So I do think that she's gonna make it at the end of season 6. Malia. Well, Malia's story has really been addressed in the last season. Her thing was finding out her origin story, her identity, confronting her mother, aka the Desert Wolf, all the things she did in the last season. So in this season, she doesn't really have a specific purpose that's driving her. I do think that while she's still in the pack and she's still part of the gang, because this is the final season, if you don't have a lot of use for your character, I don't know how you're gonna make it. Which makes her a good candidate to be in the death column, unfortunately. Liam. Liam is still Scott's responsibility. Scott made him. They obviously went through some problems last season because Liam killed Scott. So in my opinion, Liam is going to be tied into Scott's journey, and since Scott at the end is going to make it, I do think that he would make it with Liam by his side. So Liam will not die in season 6. Hayden. Fundamentally, her entire role is tied to Liam. She's gonna make it until the end. As long as Liam is there, there's probably gonna be a reason to have Hayden still survive. Sheriff Stilinski and Melissa McCall. The reason why I'm bringing up these two at the same time is because their sons both are going through their own version of the hero's journey. And if you think about it, behind every hero, there's a big tragedy. What would be more tragic than both of them at the same time, as they're reaching their full identities as heroes, lose their parents? I love those characters. I don't want to see them die, but I also see the value from a storyline perspective. To have both of those characters die would really add a lot of substance to the hero's journey for Scott and Stiles. Deputy Parrish and Chris Argent. Now I'm bringing those two up together because fundamentally they kind of represent the protectors of Beacon Hills. Chris Argent bringing his family legacy, Parrish being a hellhound, being all about protecting the supernatural from the real world. I do think that because they teamed up last season, they might team up again this season. So the likelihood is, in my humble opinion, those two are still gonna make it all the way up until the end. Beacon Hills will still need protection. Peter Hale, not making it. I mean, we forgot all about him last season, and I know they're bringing him back this season as part of the whole Ghost Rider storyline. I just don't think he's gonna make it out of it. So him getting out of this and actually having a happy ending, again, this is kind of a 50-50 type of thing, but if I had to decide, I would say that he's not making it. Theo, he will die. I don't have a good reason. I just want him to die. Mr. Derek Hale, who is still alive in this universe. Wouldn't it be cool if Derek, as Scott's first mentor, came right at the end when Scott is truly the leader and the hero he's meant to be. And maybe, who knows, transform and goes full wolf, and both of them go full wolf and run into the forest, fade to black, Teen Wolf. That would be cool. And that would also mean Derek makes it at the end. So there you go, guys. Those are my predictions on who's gonna make it up until the end for this final season of Teen Wolf. What do you think? Do you disagree with any of my predictions? Do you have any predictions of your own? Comment below, let me know. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our Teen Wolf videos. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye. I feel like I'm being super bitter about Theo. I mean, it's gonna make it sound like I actually don't like the actor. I actually like the actor. I just hate the character. I just don't like the character. I don't. It's a problem.